Good afternoon, everyone. It's Rachel here, and it's day 77, and I'm going to do Inspired by Poetry, and this came from Diane and Sherry. Now, I'm not really a poetry sort of person, but I did find they're kind of like little, I don't know if they're mini poems or sort of like sayings, or not really sayings, but I found all different ones. Let us live like flowers, wild and beautiful and drenched in the sun. In the world of grief and pain, flowers bloom even then. That's by Kobayashi Issa. The other one was from Ellen Everett. If you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere. Van Gogh. Dance with the waves, move with the sea, let the rhythm of the water set you free, your soul free. Christiane Martin. The power of finding beauty in the humblest things makes home happy and life lovely. Louisa May Alcott. I think it's Alcott. The earth has music for those who listen. Shakespeare, I like that one. Daisies, ye flowers of lowly birth, embroiderers of the carpet. Earth, that gem, the velvet sod. Claire. Now that one I took out of Edith Holden. And then daffodils that come before the swallow dares and take the winds of March with beauty. Shakespeare. So what I did was, I'm not really a poetry person, but anyway, I thought I'd have a go at it. I've printed these out on tracing paper, and I just thought I would cut them out and maybe make some dingle dangle tags. How about that? Dingle dangle tags. Now I have these pages that I ripped out of the Victorian flower album, and I've been hoarding them. So I thought I might make some tags out of those, although it's very hard to decide what side I want to use. But I never really use them because it's like a hoarding thing. But I did buy 2 copies of the book. So we're being inspired by sort of nature poetry. And so we're just going to have a look through here and see what inspires us. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Okay, we'll put that one aside. Yep, and it's got yellow on the other side, so that's good for me. And let's see what's in this one. So I hope everybody is well today. Oh, aren't they pretty? It's quite hot here today, so I mean the house is cool, but outside is hot. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. So we'll just see. You can see I pulled them out of the book, and I never use them. Probably need to find another one and buy a 3rd copy, and I'll be less likely to hoard them. And it's silly to hoard them because actually I've got the whole book intact, so I'm going to start using them, I think. Aren't they pretty? That'd be a nice one to use. It's very thick paper. Very thick paper. Oh, I think I might like something on there. I don't necessarily like both sides. And some sides are not user-friendly because they're too big. And what's that one got? Oh, that's just the plain index page. Okay, so I'll put those over there. I've got my cutty here. I have not tidied up anything. Still in a big mess, but anyway, it is what it is. So I was really liking these flowers here. I might just trim it there. You're probably horrified. And I'm going to trim a little bit off the bottom because it's too long. I know I'm going to lose the writing, but it doesn't matter. That can go somewhere. Well, maybe I'll dangle that down like that. Okay. And then I need to trim up these. Now this is only thin. It's thin tracing paper. So not too good for pockets or anything like that. So as you saw at the end of my video yesterday, we collected up more chamomile yesterday. And my mother-in-law sent Stiffy at it. He came back with a load of chamomile. So that was good. And so then we cleaned it all. And I've got to tell you, there was the mother of all spiders there. Not in the chamomile, but just near where we were cleaning it. It looked like an Aussie spider. Lily went bananas. She wouldn't come back and help me after that. After she saw that. I mean, it was on the ground. It wasn't in the chamomile, but it was brown and gross. Okay, so we'll cut that there. So these are my little sayings. And again, you know, as usual, I'm just winging it. I have a vague idea, but I don't know how it's going to turn out. And of course, as I'm going along, I could change my mind. So of course we had to go with, well, I had to go with nature poetry. Or nature sayings. I didn't want to do anything. I chose the shorter ones because I didn't want to do anything that was too long. Okay, so that's those. So this is going to be made into a tag. So I'm going to back it actually. I know that's nice on that side, but I'm actually going to back it. And I found my printed out papers here, and I think I'm going to back it with that. Just going to get on with it and see what happens. So if you glue it really well, and I know I say this every video, you don't need to stitch. If you don't glue it so well, it's probably a good idea to stitch around it. I don't usually glue it so well, but I like the stitching, so I'd probably do that anyway. So put that there. And we will put the good scissors aside so I don't pick those up. And I'm going to take the bodgy scissors. Okay. Right. So that's that. That's the back, so you can write on there. And then I wanted to probably have this hanging down. And I'm going to cut it actually into a tag shape, because I think I like that more. It's a fairly simple project. It's not going to be too complex. And I want to grab my crocodile. So this one I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to just put, do I want a big hole or a little, no, maybe do a big hole, and I'm going to put a eyelet in it, which is why I left, that's why I left some of this here, so I would have space. And I'm going to do a white one. I think it goes with the flowers. I'm not going to say what flowers they are because I've got no idea. I'd just say they're daisies, but they're probably not. And of course that way your what do you call it, your tracing paper is not going to rip. And I'm going to put a hole here, but I don't think I need an eyelet because will I put a hole in the middle? No, on the side. I don't think I'll put an eyelet in that one because that won't rip. That one's strong, and that's just going to hang down there. And what am I going to tie it on with? Maybe some baker's twine. Okay, so I've got this nice green baker's twine. I was thinking I might like a little bit of I think I might like a little bit of lace dangling down as well. Can't help myself. To give a little bit of texture, so I'm going to put my baker's twine in through there if I can. In through there. And of course, I probably should do this after I've stitched around it, but just to give you an idea. I won't tie it. So that's what it's going to look like. It's going to have a piece of lace and the saying and that, but that will be shorter, so that will be like that, so it hangs. I'll tie it so it hangs like that, but I need to stitch it first. And I think my lace is a little bit too long. I'll just cut that like that. Keep that bit. So I'll put that one aside. That's that idea. That's probably the only idea. Put that up there. Probably won't be able to find it afterwards. Okay. We'll do another one. What else did we have here that I liked? Oh, I see. I like the white ones. I really did like the white. And not too. That's all just green on that side, so that's all right. So we'll capture these two white ones, I think. Hopefully, I'm not making it go all blurry, lifting my paper up near there. We might keep the writing on this one. Okay, and do I have any more of that other paper left? Enough to cover this? No, it's not wide enough. Okay, so we won't use that one. We'll just use another one. And you could just leave it with that if you wanted to, but I want to make it so it's nice to write on. Oh, I'm using the wrong scissors. I must put those scissors far away from me because they're still good fabric scissors. Just checking I didn't mess it up. You know, I usually get the white borders in it. Okay, so that's that one. I'm not going to trim that one. It's going to be my hole. Then maybe we'll do this one. What I thought I might try is gluing that. I think that would be really pretty. Something like that, or that. Oh, that would be really nice. Let's glue that to there, and then we'll trim it. Try to glue it really well, so then I don't have to even stitch around it. It is going to curl, so just be aware of that. Yep, there it is, curling away. Oh, goodness, it's very messy business. Very messy business. And then I will trim it. Just wipe my hands. Oh, I didn't wet my towel this time, but it doesn't matter. I can still wipe my hands on it. And I need my little spreading out card, flattening card, shall we call it. And I think that's stuck down pretty well. And I'm going to do like this. This is a nice, fun thing to do, something different. Trim that off there. Now, yes, I did. Yes, I did trim the, because you know the tracing paper, I can't even see it now. Cannot see it. Trim a bit more. Perfect. And again, I'm going to put an eyelet in there. Oh, I love that. That's something fun. Put a little eyelet in there. To put our whole... I mean, you don't have to have an eyelet now because that's attached. And that will hang down there. I like that. You can write on it. You could put a pin. You could just tie it there. But I think I will put an eyelet. And I think I might like this gunmetal sort of colour. Let's put that one in there. Just squash that again just to make sure. Ow, hit myself. And I think we'll just tie that again. Again, I won't tie it now. I'm going to stitch around it. And you could, you know, put a little bit of fabric hanging down, other pieces of paper. So that will be that one. Cute. I like that. So that's that one. Very simple. So right, we've got this here. Maybe one of these, because it's going to be pretty busy with the writing behind. Now that might be too messy. So we might grab a different one. I mean, I'm just picking up the scraps that are already on my table. I'm not worrying about, you know, looking for anything else because I've got that much stuff on my table. I think that would fit perfectly on there. I think we'll do that. I do like them with a put onto a background. And you can kind of see that there's another layer there. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but you can see another layer there. It's not like just printing flat onto the paper. You have the feeling that it's on something and then on the paper, if you know, I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see that there's something transparent is what I want to say. So we'll give it a trim. So for anyone who's new, printing on tracing paper, well, from what I can tell from people is that the Epson doesn't enjoy it so much. I printed on my HP and I didn't have to put the, oh, I nearly cut my nail. I didn't have to put the tracing paper on anything. If your printer doesn't like the tracing paper, you can attach it to like a piece with washi tape or like a removable glue. You can attach it to a piece of copy paper and then feed it through. There we go. That was a very long-winded explanation. I'll put pink in there. These eyelets are very useful things. Very good investment, this one. Oh gosh, can't get my act together today. Let's blame it on the chamomile tea. But I woke up a bit dopey today. Okay, so that's that. And now we need to create something. Well, maybe it's a bit busy, isn't it? Well, maybe we'll make a tag out of this. Oh, that would be nice. Okay, instead of just doing always the book pages, I'm going to glue that. Let's just trim off. Well, no, we'll trim it afterwards. We'll just glue this to the book page so we recycle it. Yep, so we're being inspired by nature poetry. Trim that. So pretty, that paper. We need to back it. I probably should have done that first. You know, I never think of things, do I? Just do it. And then I have to worry about it afterwards. I really like making tags. Did anybody notice? Make quite a lot of tags. But you know what? When you're making journals, you need tags. You need a lot of them. Well, I do. See, that's why I said I should have backed it before I cut it, so I didn't have to go round again, but I'll just go round again. It's not the end of the world. That wasn't very good. Okay, so that's that. That's going to hang down there, and I'm going to put something on it. Let's see here. Now, what's my Dance with the Waves? Oh, that's the sea one. No, well, I don't want the sea one. I was going to do that with a fish, and I've stuck it to flowers. Well, where's my fancy fish? Let's just have a look. I think I put them in here. I may not have. They might be in my other folder. If I had any left, I think I did. No, they are in my other folder. Oops, okay, I'll just put it on pause and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I was able to pull out my fish. It's a shame I stuck that on the wrong kind of background, but I'm looking at this fish. That fish would be nice on there. It reminds me of the ocean. Let's just have a look. I haven't looked at this one for a while. It's a little bit big. Nice backgrounds. Let's see these ones. That's the same one, but smaller. One could also be nice. And they're bigger because I did when I did that kit, they're all different sizes. That's why I've got so many fishies printed out, because they're all different sizes. Oh goodness, so many. Okay, we don't need to go through all of those. We need this one or that one. And I didn't do very fish background, did I? Just let me go here again to the papers and see, because I had provided some background papers in the fish kit. got to find where they are. Here they are. Okay, so let's see what this, let's just cut the fish out. I want to keep this one rectangle. I will get there in the end. I'll work it out. Because it's nature, it's not just flowers, there's the ocean as well, so we need to have a fish. No, I don't want it on the pink background. We'll use that one for the next one. Would I like it on there? I wouldn't mind that. I think I prefer it on there. There's a bit more of a, stands out a bit more. So let's cut this out. And I'm just going to eyeball about where, so I need to bring it into about there, I think. Okay, so we'll glue this to, got lots of pieces of paper flying around. Oh, there's some stamped paper. We'll glue it onto there. Yep. Because this is just on regular copy paper. And we'll glue it onto its background as well before I cut it. It's going to fit on there. Oh, wrong way. Can you imagine? That would be just typical, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that just be typical? That I would stick my paper on the wrong way. See, I told you I always glue it where the white is. Okay, so that can go like that. That can go on there. I did put that on the wrong paper, but doesn't matter. We'll cope with it. We will just do it anyway. I think I want to cut this. No, I don't. I'm not going to cut it. Maybe on this one I'll put blue. This is a navy blue. And again, I'm not going to tie it. I have to stitch around them first. And that will tie there, and I'll put something on it so it will lay flat, and then we've got another tag. And then we'll finish one more. So one thing to remember is that the, what do you call it, the tracing paper does curl, so we'll need to put it under a book to make it lay flat. So we've got this pretty one already prepared, and I didn't finish it because it was the wrong colour. But let's see. Wait, do I have any daffodils? I know what daffodils look like. Let's see if we have any daffodils. No daffodils there. No daffodils there. Nope. Okay, I'll just get my book. This book. So this is a good book, the Oxford Book of Wildflowers. And let's find daffodils. I'm going to be really good and look at the thing, you know, the index. 28 and 29. Can you imagine? I might have already ripped them out. 28. That's 28. Oh, they've already gone. Well, that's good. 28 and 29. Okay, well, we'll get another book. Let's get this book. The New Concise British Flora. Daffodil 83. Oh, not too many daffodils. 83, plate 83. And plate 83 has gone, I think. Yes, it has. Is that correct? Yeah, it's gone. Not having any luck here with daffodils. All right, well, we've got another book. There's more where that came from. The Illustrated Book of Wildflowers. Let's see if we can find some daffodils here. If I can't find daffodils here, I give up. Oh, I've ripped out the page and used it, I think. No, common names. That's me. I'm in need the common names. There's no daffodils. What is going on? No daffodils in this book? That seems odd. It's daisies. Oh, at least you get to have a flip through of the book, don't you? Okay, I have more concise. I have a few copies of the British Concise, whatever it's called. Okay, I give up. We've got another Concise British Flora in colour. Oh, they've got all the funny names. I can't read those. Botanical names. Where's the regular names? Oh, there aren't. English names. Daffodil 83, so same one as the other one. Can you imagine if it's not in here either? Oh, there they are. Okay, so I need for my daffodils to go on there. I think I'm going to rip it. Tear the bottom off. I like those, so I'll glue that there. Oops. You may have noticed there's been a few nights in a row where I've nearly forgotten to post my video, running a little bit late with it. I guess it's better late than never. That's going to go there, but it still needs something else. That's just going to hang down there. That's going to hang down there. I wonder if I could, I might actually cut this one out. I'm going to do this one differently. I might hate it, but we'll try. I'm going to cut out the rows. Use my cutter. Oh, I won't be able to get some of those. When they become very thin, it's very hard to cut them with the cutter. I'm going to cut them like this. So that will fit. So I'm going to cut it here. And I'm going to glue that down. Oh, I like the printing on the, just trim that off a little bit. Hopefully it'll all fit, I hope. So obviously if you're going to cut up your poem, we need to remember in what order did it go. I'm going to cut that word off. I submit that's not very good, is it? Move it over. I'm just going to cut this one off and then put it on the next line. I need to fit. I think I need to fit all of that up here. This might be my favorite one. And take I might put the there or there and take the okay. Doesn't really matter if it's very crooked because which I might put the the before this. It'll fit. Doesn't matter if it's not perfectly straight, the tracing paper, because you can't really see it. I need to just trim this one down a little bit. There we are. That's done. I'm going to cut it like this. And I've got room to put a little tab on the top if I want to, or I can just leave it like that. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Great. So I think that's my favorite. So we did that one. This one, see how it's curling? So I need two. I love that one actually too. I really like the first one. That one turned out really well, I think. And then I've got this one. I left it transparent. I might... Oh no, I've punched a hole there now. I quite like that one too. That could have been nice, actually just cut out onto that page. Maybe we'll do one of those before I end up. And then I put my other one under here. See, it's already flattened. And I quite like my fishy one now that I'm looking at it. They do need stitching around, and you could put like one of the garment pins in there, but you know, they're a little bit more bulky. So that's that. And I'm just wondering if, where's some of my other ones? So something like this one. I won't do this one. This one's only small. I printed it out smaller. One where I've got big writing, I think. Find beauty everywhere. So what? Let's just find an image that we think that we like. Maybe this one. This one's really nice. What am I going to miss? Oh, I'm not missing anything on the back. Well, I am, but not. Am, but not. Okay, so I'm going to cut it out. Sorry, I thought I'd finished, but I've decided to do another one. I'm going to make a journaling card now rather than a tag. So I think I'll trim it about there. And I'm going to trim it about there. Leave it. Maybe I'll trim it down a bit more that way, so it's going to go. Yes, that's my journal card, and I'm going to might cover that little bit up with a bit of paper, I think. This paper, oh yeah, that's nice, and that paper. And I can I'm just going to back it with the printed out tea dyed paper afterwards, so you don't need to see me do that. Oh, isn't that pretty? I like that. And then let's just see. I don't even need to, or do I want a little bit up here? The only reason I would cut a little bit out is if I want it in different spots, and I think I do. I like this expression. If you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere. I like that. It's not really a poem. Don't know what do you call it? But, you know, I'm not a poem person. I didn't want to go into a big poem thing. I felt like these expressions were lovely. Sort of poetic words, shall we say. Not quite poems, but poetic words. Put that one over there. I want it to go back a little bit. Cool. I like the idea of the printing on the paper like that. So my butterfly is too big. I'm going to find a little butterfly to fit there, I think. Got little butterflies in here. Let's see if there's anything that we like. Yeah. Oh, no, wait, I like these ones too. I often really like these ones. Yeah, I like that one more. I put the little ones in there because they're easier to get out. Oh, I'll probably get questions. I get those little, I get these at my supermarket. And then the other, well, I get all of them at the supermarket. You can get the bigger ones on Amazon here in Italy. I don't know about other countries. So there we go. There's another nature, poetic words inspired journal card. So that will be backed with some tea-dyed paper, or, you know, printed out tea-dyed paper or some other papers for writing, and it will be stitched around and maybe get a little bit of lace or nothing even. Maybe I'll just round the corners. So that is my take on inspired by poetry. So we've got dance with the waves, move with the sea, let the rhythm of the water set your soul free. And so I've done a fish tag. I did put my what's it called, tracing paper, I always want to call it vellum, on the wrong paper. This one is daisies, ye flowers of lowly birth, embroiderers of the carpet earth, that gem, the velvet sod, by Claire. Now I don't know if they're daisies, but they're daisy-looking, daisy-ish. They're probably something completely different. The earth has music for those who listen, and I just thought they were very pretty flowers, and so that goes there. Daffodils that come before the swallow dares, and take the winds of March with beauty, Shakespeare. And if you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere, by Vincent van Gogh. So there we have it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Something different. I think I will be printing words more on tracing paper, and because I really do like that look. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.